Hello everyone, I'm Food for Dogs, and today is a special PSP celebration day. The PSP has its 15th anniversary, and there have been lots and lots of messages flooding in on Twitter from fans of the PlayStation Portable, and I'm one of them. And to celebrate, I posted a picture of my pink PSP and the special edition that goes with it, and that's this box. And I had so much interest being shown in it that I thought I'll do a video about it. It really deserves it. It is something quite unique, and I'll explain about it. First of all, I wanted to mention that I haven't done a video in quite a while. You may have noticed it. The reason is that I have been ill recently, haven't done too well, and didn't really feel up to it. But today, I'm still not quite all right, but today I really wanted to do something special, something to cheer me and you guys up. And I thought this is the perfect opportunity to introduce the special edition PSP called AKB 1/48. Now, you may think that's a bit of an odd name, and it is in a way, but AKB 48 were, for many years, a hugely popular idol group in Japan. Now, I don't know much about them because I'm not really into pop music that much. When I was young, the Beatles were gods. They were absolute gods, and I was there right from the beginning. And for me, pop music begins and ends with the Beatles. So I'm sorry, I'm not very knowledgeable about more recent groups. But I did look up this group, AKB 48, and they do fan stuff as only the Japanese know how to do it. I believe the reason for the name is that they have 48 group members. That is really, that's a lot. I think the reason given was so that people can choose exactly which one they like best and be a special fan of that particular girl. And AKB, I'm not totally sure, maybe someone amongst you knows, it might be a reference to Akihabara, but that's just my theory. So this is the game that comes with the PSP in this special edition. I'll just show you inside. It comes with 2 UMD discs, and the game itself I've put into the PSP, and this is an extra disc with bonus stuff, I believe. It comes with a neat little manual that shows you mainly what the game is about, I suppose, but it features the group members a lot. So I'll just see, yeah. And essentially, I think it is a dating sim. A very, very proper dating sim. If I can just get that back up here. You can see here, this is I started up the game, and that is the selection screen. And you choose one of the girls, which I'll do right now. And it starts up a phone call. And then I think you can go on a date with her. sorry. Yeah, it's loading. Just a moment. Yes, and then you're on a date with her, and then there's a little chat or something. You talk about something, and at the end you have a choice, an option from the dialogue about what you want to say to her, and as far as I can tell, that's the game. I'd sort of expected it might be a music rhythm game, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. So let's have a look inside the box, because I've had lots of questions about the contents of this box. As you see, I've already taken some of them out because it's quite tricky getting everything out. So let me see. So I'll just put this one aside for the moment. As you can see, this was the box that the actual the PSP, the console, came in, and this is one of the boxes with the special content. And this was where the game was, the insert. But the way they've done it is, let me see, yeah, there's some special stuff in here. You can have, the whole thing is about customization. You can customize your PSP and your PSP game depending on which particular girl you're a fan of. So there are all these game covers, art covers, you can choose from, and a little sticker sheet with kisses on it. And what I quite liked was this little pouch with the photos of the different girls, and you get a photo of all of them. So that's quite nice. And in fact, you can see lots and lots more of these girls on the DVDs that came with it. There are, believe it or not, there are 3 DVDs in here. And, yeah, sorry. They're called Making Of DVDs. And the second one I have put in the television, and they're basically, I think they're all, I've checked out the first 2, they're all about a photo shoot, and it's sort of like a little documentary of what they're doing all these photo shoots. And with 48 girls, there's a lot of photo shooting. So PoodlePa will now slowly swivel around to our TV, and I'll just start up one of the photo shoots. I'd be happy to be a fan of hers. Isn't that cute? Yeah, okay. So there is 3 DVDs of this stuff there, enough to satisfy any fan. And to be honest, we just put it on and we thought, oh yeah, and then we kept coming back watching more. It's quite fascinating, especially if you don't know exactly what they're saying, and it's just really interesting. So that's the DVD making of DVDs. And finally, the pièce de résistance is this box here. And now, this caused a lot of questions to come up on Twitter. And everybody said, because in the photo they obviously couldn't see that well, what are these and why are there so many? And as far as I can figure out, just a moment, I actually did open one up. They are little compartment covers to go on your special pink AKB PSP. So if you want to, you can customize your Vita with these special side covers, depending on which particular girl you adore and you're a loyal fan of. Is that so that's how it works. So that's what these are, and there's a good supply of them, so you could have different ones, whatever. It's customization to the nth degree. It all comes in these beautiful boxes, and it's really well thought out the way it all stacks inside this particular box. I haven't shown you the back, which details what's in there. Now, the story behind how I got this, because I only got it exactly 1 year ago. I've never had a PSP, you see, and I went straight to the Vita. And once I had the Vita, I thought, shall I get a PSP as well? And I thought, no, don't be silly. Most of the PSP games are available on the Vita. They've been ported over. And the few games that I'm missing out on, well, I thought, it doesn't really matter. So I held out for the longest time. And as you know, I accumulated Vitas. And then one day, it just so happened I was talking with my Vita comrade in arms, Georgina, who lives in Japan, and she said she'd finished with the PSP. She'd done everything that she wanted on it and was ready to pass it on to another good home. And I said, hello, I have a very good home for your PSP. And that's how it happened. So I have to be really, really thankful to Georgina, because it gives me endless pleasure, honestly. And I love the PSP and I love playing on it. Georgina is a wonderful member of the Vita Island community, and I'll be putting a link to her personal blog in the description below. It's a great blog with a lot of humour about all the Vita games she plays and reviews, so well worth checking out. So that's the story behind my pink PSP, complete with this wonderful little case that I can keep it in. And of course, being a Girls and Panzer fan, I had to put this little fella on because he's pink too. So that is all I have on the special edition AKB 1 48. When I got the PSP, I thought, I'll probably buy maybe half a dozen games that I think I've really missed out on that are not available digitally. And you know what? A year later, and I have 60 PSP games. So once I started digging around, it was amazing what I found, that either I couldn't get any other way, you can only get it physically on the PSP, or for some reason it wasn't available to me otherwise. So this is just a very quick selection of some of my PSP games that I have. Most of them I've concentrated mainly on RPGs, because that's my staple, that's my bread and butter, that's what I love. Got 2 editions of Birth by Sleep, one Japanese, one the Western one, and I love PoodlePa. I think it's a wonderful game, absolutely adore it. So some are Japanese games. There we are. So I think that hopefully was a suitable celebration for the 15th anniversary of the marvellous PlayStation Portable. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll return when PoodlePa and I will do some more videos over the Christmas holiday season. I'll see you then. Keep well. Bye-bye. I'm Food for Dogs. Thank you.